Okay. Um. Okay. So I'm. I just watched probably about half of a video by Steve Shives, who is a YouTuber, who is very much liberal, and I consider myself to be a liberal myself. Uh, and I agree with most of his views, but it's about like not buying Hogwarts Legacy, and it's like, oh, how hard is that not to buy Hogwarts Legacy? And it's like, you know, I don't know, I should really, I should watch the whole thing through, but like, it is making me like, and looking at the comment section of it too, it's making me increasingly more and more nervous about streaming it because I feel like basically I may have to have a policy of just potentially straight up shutting off chat because if things start getting out of hand, I don't know if I'm gonna even get enough views or chatters to really, um, you to really have that be a concern. But the fact of the matter is, I consider myself to be an ally. I consider myself to be bi gender, so I'm kind of trans adjacent in some ways. Um, and I love the Harry Potter universe. I love video games. I hate J.K. Rowling's views. I like the parts of her that um, she poured into Harry Potter. Um, all the positivity and you know love and all the things that make Harry Potter good. I think represent the best parts of Rowling. And there's just this one really bad, really awful, really problematic, really dangerous aspect of her that I completely don't agree with. And if I could, you know, you know, if we had Persona 5 powers and we could go into her mind and just do away with that aspect of her beliefs, those distorted beliefs that she has. Um, but that's not the way it is. And if I thought for a second that I'll probably repeat this when I play the game, that my not buying the game and maybe even not streaming the game would somehow help towards changing her views or making her like substantially less relevant. Um, I think the fact that we're talking about this, we're talking about boycotting it, that we're making a whole discussion out of it, is making her more relevant than anything else. I just had to get that off my chest. I just
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Especially every drama, I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those two informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos Atmospheric Complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
I guess this is about Halcyon Helen's murder.
Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first plot was to come to me?
All right, Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne, Sublight's favorite freelancer. I'm such an admirer of your work. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Why can't we just say we're not... we're not Hawthorne? Like, all the times where we can, like, deny that we are Hawthorne. Why is this one of the ones where we can't do that? I have trouble saying the death of a two-bit actor is an assault on the colony.
Two-bit actor? Oh, Captain. This isn't Spencer Woolrich we're talking about. This is Halcyon Helen, Princess of Periodicals, Duchess of Dramaturgy. You would not believe the money she made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Please, Lou. Sublight Underground is built on discretion. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give her the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you, I'll win.
Shut up, please. As far as I'm concerned, you're both idiots. Can we get back to the point here, please?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Honest to law, how hard is it to hire a freelancer? Apologies, Mr. Ludovico. That was inappropriate of me. Captain, I'm Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You're a talented diplomat. You know how to ask questions, and you have a gift for getting answers without resorting to violence. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Inspector Whimsy, I like the sound of that.
I'm pleased to hear that. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Yeah, I guess at some point off camera we resolved the whole mistaken identity thing. Like I'm not Hawthorne. I just happen to have inherited a ship, but a lot of the reputation that I have is has been built over the past like month or so. Hard to keep track of time out here in space. This team seemed to have some issues.
The administrator oversees Rizzo's operations. Cedric runs the hotel and the spaceport. They're always at each other's throats. My life would be so much easier if they'd simply learn to work together.
I should just kiss already. Seem competent. You could have dealt with this.
I represent the law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The law is simple. Politics are complicated.
You sound a bit worn out.
Me? Worn out? Perish the notion. My days are filled with catering to the oh-so-reasonable requests of Mr. Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon. What's not to like?
They seem like jackasses.
Your words, not mine. Please don't take my lack of disagreement as anything other than fatigue. I am a content, productive, and happy member of our society.
That must have been pretty popular for Death could put it into your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No one has ever been as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
Sorry if I didn't seem enthused about her. I've literally been, living under a rock, in a manner of speaking. Living in suspended animation for the past 70 years. So, I'm not up to speed on the latest entertainment. Anyway, I got it. I think I have everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex.
I'm not sure whether to trust me to catch Halcyon Helen's killer.
There are several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
What can you tell me about Eridanos?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system of land masses propelled through a thin layer of the upper atmosphere, where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Potentially, huh? Thanks, Ada. Can we ask crew members about this mission? Oh, Pravati slept her. Here's the spot. Oh yeah, we need to go to the groundbreaker and drop you off. I'm sorry.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Okay. Apparently they don't have the same amount of integration. Oh, goodbye, cruel game. Oh.
Destination reached. The groundbreaker.
Yep, she disappeared. So I'm assuming. We're literally just stopping there to drop her off.
We're now docked at Eridanos' luxury landing pad.
Luxury, huh? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Rizzo's.
I can't believe Miss Helen's gone. Feels like it's going against the laws of nature somehow. I used to watch Helen's serials. She'd fall into mortal peril every couple episodes, but she always lived in the end.
Why did you take you to see Eridanos? How does it feel?
Breathtaking. Have you looked over the edge of the complex yet? Just watch the clouds turning? It's like an ocean without end.
Really is something.
Eridanos and Olympus are the two biggest planets in Halcyon. King and queen of the sky. Looking out to the horizon, I get this feeling that we're in the company of royalty. Eridanos is 100 times the mass of Terra 2, 800 times the volume, 10 times the diameter. We're flying through the tiniest layer of habitable atmosphere. Sometimes I can't believe how small my world used to be. My horizons were about as wide as the walls of Edgewater.
Now look at you, at top of the world.
Yeah. We've come a long way.
We'll talk later.
Does being on the case give us temporary immunity? Think they'll let us confiscate a few stray bits?
Let's talk about something else.
Something on your mind?
You can tell that Her body seems to get the most love.
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous.
I mean, some serious, whatever that sea from Bioshock Infinite is. It's an old old Earth game. Haven't played it in a while.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Can you fill me in on the details of the murder?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed
pay for a
to
grave?
host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
I still
The
don't
Black
understand
Hole
why
Birdie?
anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How'd she get famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
Was the product release a big deal?
You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bless me. What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, your belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
I change it every now and again. I have a few extra clothes, like just. Actually, I don't know where I keep all this stuff. Weird. You should take off my stupid hat before you criticize my appearance.
Hey, this is a hotel-mandated piece of my uniform, and it's very official. Even if it is a bit stupid. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Huh. These are all complimentary.
I'm sure you could, but we fed our last box of grievance forms into the incinerator a few months ago. Is there anything I can do for you in the meantime?
I cannot believe this.
I should look around out here. Are there any, like, views? Huh.
I understand the lockdown. Really, I do. You've got your job to do, and you'll get fired.
Wow. Oh. A live show going on here.
Please, can't you see my face? There are genuine tears.
And then it was the stealing?
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Eh.
Fancy place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals.
I almost can't imagine someone wretched enough to do such a thing. You don't think a dissident could be here, do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here.
Ooh, feels like I'm breathing rich people air.
Now that would be Byzantine. Oh, we need to friggin'... We got a ton of buffs. Apparently. Like perks and Ellie, I guess. Oh, you don't need to respec again. Wow, our engineering is like really...
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
The crime scene's awaiting, Inspector. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. When I found her, I was just hoping she had a little too much to drink, but all the grievous bodily injury adds up, I suppose.
It's like in a pool of blood, and your first thought was, I wonder if she's drunk?
Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Wouldn't be the first blood-soaked, unconscious party-goer I've come across. Anyway, I'm sure you've got questions.
How'd you come across her body?
Sure, I'd taken to checking the ballroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Sure. It's Yuki-han! And tell me if you did, it'll be our secret. Any why Helen would have been in the ballroom after hours?
It's all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
That's my other question.
Sure. What's on your mind?
You see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing? No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
I think we both know you're itching to gossip.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
What's the deal with the profit of profitability, she a guest?
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market.
Why didn't they get along?
As far as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more.
That's my other
Hope
question.
all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Idea who might have wanted to do Helen in?
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Bye.
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Please enjoy the hotel. Investigation in progress. Please enjoy the hotel's amenities.
Rizzo's cares about the happiness of its family. Spacer's Choice can't say that.
Yeah, sure they can.
Inspector! Hope you catch that killer soon.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Constable Keene, nice to meet you. We spoke over the airwave.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
I guess you're talking about the body?
What body? Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's rapidly cooling corpse.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Dang it, I really want to respect so I can get my science back, because what does this thing do exactly? It's how do I set to kill?
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So it's a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
A whole new mechanic? Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientist, scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for incoming crews throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier as a weapon in the weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Alice Killer. Adonis for evidence. Catch Harley Killer. Use the discrepancy amplifier's scope to reveal clues not possible to the naked eye. Once she locates some evidence, aim directly at it while zooming into the scope and press the interact button to analyze it. Oh.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
She's been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Well, let's get started. Tell me about this discrepancy you found.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Dirt.
I'm all for taking pointless risks, but that's just disgusting.
The dirt tastes earthy, faint woody and fruity undertones. Discrepancy analyzer. The size of this footprint match anything you have on record?
It is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
I thought we had perception good. Fire, can you analyze the dirt?
Traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Helen must have been to the orchard before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Yeah, I might need to friggin' respec.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse before.
Welcome to the...
I need to... What the hell? I might... For frick's sake! Oh great, I don't have the frick... That's another frickin' reason to respec. Damn it, I forgot to give myself the... that perk. Also need to take a bathroom break.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board?
What the hell?
Who keeps ordering these?
trying to avoid. Okay.
I always wanted to see Eridanos. Sky above, sky below, horizons without end. Thanks for bringing me along, Captain.
Okay. Huh.
Fine. I see that I'm not having any effect on you. I'll cease my inquiry.
Sure, I'm gonna freaking do for body and
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
all the perks and such, because I'm hoping we're not gonna have any like significant treks that depend on our determination and such.
We should try to solve the puzzle hedges in the orchards. The prize is supposed to be something valuable.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Happen to have my room key?
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
There's some high-profile guests here, right? Can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Heard Blackpool Birdie was staying here.
Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I have a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
You know anything about Halsey and Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aether Wave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see, so she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Seen her acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism. You know, out of everyone, I'm not much of...
Was she closer with some people than others?
Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Bertie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons.
We've got some kind of productivity guru here, right? What's her deal?
Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolrich has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time.
Oh, his co-star Woolwich, has he have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough gossip for right now.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
A freelance captain. Change the colony one high-stakes encounter at a time.
A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
Gun Colonial Surrey is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
Let's see, talk much about the lower levels of the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either.
You can honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in the entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
That's enough about the hotel.
Sure.
Bye. I think I also have to give an information negative for the fact that there's... I don't know if that's actually added to our log or anything, if we actually have to read it.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. An industrial-grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Okay.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
Okay, I just want to tell you, there's someone trying to play a prank, I think. Rivers 2000, torn with his body in the penultimate act of Titus Andronicus. Why, foolish Burbage, dost thou not perceive that Halcyon is but a wilderness of distance? It's only through our citizen vigilance that they will be caught. Report any announcements to Saber to your local constable. What is this Ranger's tosser uniform? What?
Damn, when was the last time I slept? Hello. I hope you're enjoying your visit.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
Bye.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
Maybe to the penthouse suite. Everyone's here.
You think June Light would like this place? Oh, probably not. I don't think she cares much for corporate comforts.
Place isn't very well lit. I mean, it's nicely lit, but not well lit.
There's no room service, right? Just asking.
I believe there is.
Do you think it's strange that I kinda miss Ada?
I miss her too. We should bring her here.
Everything's so soft and silky and expensive. Oh gosh, I hope I don't get any grease stains on the furniture. There's no room service, right? Just asking.
You think they'd object to me setting up a tanning station here? Even the air in here feels too sweet. Almost sticky. There is such a thing as too clean. We ought to break open a few bottles and have some fun. Make a mess. Live a little. I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies. Even the air in here feels too sweet. Almost sticky. I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
When it comes to on-the-go cleanliness, SAM units murder the competition. Did you know the smoke from high society cigarettes is 10.07% more likely to leave odor and discoloration in fabrics than other leading brands? SAM's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth out the germs and parasites that other cleaning products leave behind. Pigsty, slovenly. These premises are unsuitably disordered. SAM's Special Inspector add-on includes a magnifying glass to sleuth.
While promoting a productive therapy seminar for nonprofit and profitability, Jasmine Leva at her retreat at the Wilderness Exploitation Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. Under the patent system, purge your body of the various humors, stopping you from unlocking your true productive potential.
The germs and parasites that other cleaning products.
The first figures that here indicate that the slice by has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years.
Leave behind.
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards. I'm gonna nick a few towels. They won't notice. You think they'll let us expense the booze? I'm leaving my shoes on. I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
Is this how people in Byzantium live all the time? This room ain't so bad. I could get used to this. So this is what a clean room smells like. So this is what a clean room smells like. Is this how people in Byzantium live all the time?
Investigation board. Examine the board more closely. It lies open beside a stack of clean papers, but someone intended to write something but never got started. Can I modify the I'm wearing? Well, apparently it doesn't have any slots. Okay.
timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Okay. Hey, she wears wigs! Is she with a natural blonde? Or was she with a natural blonde?
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
Usually causing murders, not solving them. Ruth Bellamy, Calcia Helen was his character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
Turn this into that. Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. It's heart-stoppingly good.
Stop. Please warn me before you provide me with unsolicited ideas. There are waivers you need to sign. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
He locks doors the moment an investigator arrives. That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back.
there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
Hey, even though they made hotel rooms that large, it was great.
Good. I'm glad. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Lobby, please.
To the lobby we go.
Let's go to the lobby. Even Brown drinking down. Oh, that's quite a ways away.
That smell. Whatever that is, it'll kill more than bacteria.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Anyone up for a game of sudden death knockout? Yeah, me neither.
Coming or going. And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here. Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Okay, you sound a little tightly wound.
Tightly wound? Tightly wound? Damn right, I'm fine. I'm going to my calm place, where there's peace and quiet, and none of my sprat-fucking subordinates can bother me. On behalf of Slug, I'd like to apologize for that outburst, as well as all of my future outbursts. Yes, I'm a little wound up. You would be too. Between the landing pad, lockdowns, gate closures, and constant questions from angry guests, I've got a lot on my plate. And if that don't beat all, one of my crew is AWOL.
Must say, there's actually, Inspector. I could look into that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
Look into it. What do you need to know?
The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 Slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
I'll get on that. The thing we didn't take the acrophobia perk. We just be like at a disadvantage everywhere. Like this entire location.
They can't keep us out.
Tamed cannon. Sorry. It's detecting red things on my radar, so
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Huh?
Gonna find you!
Here they come!
Marauders here too. How did Marauders get here?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this. Come out! Come out to play! Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's Corporation. His rank would have been that of Jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with Marauders.
Happens to everyone. I mean, there's pockets. Free bits that happens. There's a purple crunch. At least he was real happy.
At least he gave his life for a worthy cause.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I'm very tempted to just unequip.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
My hacking skill's too low. Damn it. I've even cranked it up a little bit. From where my most recent respec, and somehow...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
How do we get up there?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
How do we get up there to investigate? No, like ladder or anything, or what? Quick save for no reason. There's an actual invisible wall here, thank goodness. But still, I'd really like to know how to get the hell up there.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Another dead body. How did it get up there? How can I end up there?
Hardline discrepancy detected nearby.
But seriously. Okay. Huh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
Ooh, what'd you find?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
I don't know if whatever that is catching, but let's keep our distance.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice.
What in law's name is on your neck?
Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck.
Don't move, I'll try to cut it off me.
Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you.
Back away slowly. Is that normal behavior? How long have you been like this?
Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger.
Now, where did you find this little passenger?
I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad. So I don't worry about it.
That's great. Can we change the topic?
Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
How's the... Helen was in the orchard before you died. Have you seen her?
No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just one. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by.
Are you a complete sociopath?
Sadness is a big old waste of time.
Besides, the sooner I start courting him, the sooner we can both be happy.
A guy should just go. Bye. Audio
Please
tour?
visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Okay. Of course you have to pay for it.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations. And if
Well, there.
sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this lass. I think it's mightily more likely that she's under your payroll. You'd have burned down what you haven't already.
Here to investigate him or go about your business.
I see. Just a visitor then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Because it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
Had you seen Halcyon Helen at all prior to her death?
Yeah, I saw her. Tried to flag her down for an autograph, but to no avail. Ran right by me. No idea where she was heading. Seemed like she had a lot on her mind.
I had overheard you mention sabotage.
Yeah. Just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's were short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
What overtime had there been?
Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them. We've also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems.
There are a suite of explanations for what could have happened, most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence. My people didn't sabotage anything.
Mentioning the increase in worker accidents?
It's the strangest thing. Like everyone forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. That's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. But I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a mosquito hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased.
Okay, I figure out what's really going on.
Thank the law. Some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
It certainly isn't that hot.
Did you
What's
know
up,
a third
Tristan?
Halcyonites are allergic to trees? Most spend their whole lives in ships or in their town's walls.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Spacing. She 8 foot short imprint dirt deep, as if determined it would appear that Helen was in a hurry.
You find anything?
I wasn't in a hurry, and she thought she was being followed.
You can tell all that? Still, I wonder what she was doing out here.
You loot. One dead body that doesn't register as being weird.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
I don't know what's wrong with him, but let's keep our distance.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
I'm not here for a tour. I'm on an investigation.
What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you?
Hey, Inspector Whimsy here to supposed to help the safety of your crops.
Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Ms. Inspector?
See, murderer was running around, a bottle of poison, the smoking laser pistol, blade pump, force object.
Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization wasquitos? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go.
Early pollination mosquitoes.
Pollinization by killer wasquitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all wasquitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle, so you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
You're the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to third keeper of the grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now? Before my morning clogging last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
Do you know find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some mosquitoes on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
Maybe be more worried for your well-being. Sounds like groundskeepers don't last long around here.
Why would I? I am daily filled with bursting happiness by bringing to fruition my life's purpose. This job is a blessing. In fact, I can't say I've ever been merrier in my whole life. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
I think I've had enough, thanks.
I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers, and I like anything Rizzo's likes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's Rizzo's. You know if Halcyon Helen came through here?
Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling.
That was supposed to be Protected Brown's ad campaign.
That's right. She was. She sure made for some lovely adverts. Maybe it might have involved an issue with the launch batch then? I can't rightly say. All I know is one of our certified tour guides could have given her a much more comprehensive tour of the grounds were that her interest.
I've heard enough, thanks.
Of course.
Are you okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that
You
as
got
if
a
it's a bad
thing,
thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
That's not creepy at all.
I'm so glad you agree. At Rizzo's, we encourage our employees to view customers in the same way they would a board-approved social acquaintance. Which means it is my pleasure to spend time with you even when I am not being paid to do so. Isn't that nice? I certainly think so. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
Bye.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Mosquitoes tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep them behind an electric fence, you know.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Hey.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more
What could
footprints
that have
belonging
been?
to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
They got the drop on us.
What the heck?
I just want to be your friend.
Your friend!
Okay, that's
Want to make you smile.
well, that's a lot more stuff growing out of them. I think this may be a real problem.
Timeline discrepancy detected. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Just excuse me while I check your neck. Okay.
What are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
It's a hard question to answer. Who am I really? Who are any of us? I'm a freelance captain. I've been hired to investigate Halcyon Helen's murder.
An inspector? Well, I don't think you'll find any evidence here. You're welcome to ask what you want, seeing how I figure you would anyway. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Yeah, Halcyon Helen come through here?
Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress, yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again, which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all.
You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
Take your word
You'd be
for
the
it.
first to. Everyone else just says, I got barked instead of a heart. They just don't understand me, not like my plants do.
Bye.
discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Right, got more.
Send me with your sorrow.
What the heck?
We make you smile.
I think I got a parasite problem here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Look out! Headed with something bigger.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Permanently maimed. Go home, Ravagers. You're drunk.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Shatter the tall ball stick. They cracked exceeding
Bits of
possible
wicker
regulation.
detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter.
Tell me something.
Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product.
Get on the end of a stick. If someone uses a tossable stick to completely obliterate a picnic basket, it's some kind of upper class mating ritual.
The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
That's how breakups go some of the time. Or all of the time for some of us.
Security access card. It's a key card for Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you're reading the warning, in the RR&D labs, please return it to the RR&D labs for any only moderate extreme pain reduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Whoa! Should we be worried about this?
That's the last of him.
Is some kind of spore thing? Should we be worried?
Miss Helen was at this lab too. We're close to finding something. I can feel it.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. You'll see me through the glass. not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
I'm investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Ms. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Is there anything you can do to help?
Yes, I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. Ah, I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
You see. What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
I'll find out when I hunt for the labs. You might as well tell me up front.
So you've no qualms about snooping through my precious research files. But will you understand the data once you've acquired it? Essentially, we research new innovations for an array of Rizzo's products. My present troubles stem from one we've just developed. The product's potential for profit is nearly limitless. But I'm afraid explaining the science behind it would far exceed your capability for understanding.
Any thoughts on what it could be?
If it's causing sudden aggressive behavior in lab technicians, there must be a fast-acting neurological agent of some kind.
I've underestimated you. Yes, it seems to be an adverse effect of several organisms attaching to a subject. Quite unnerving.
I take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Your call, Captain. I don't know if the lab techs can even be helped at this point.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
I'm gonna try to set this thing. I've killed a few on the way in here, though, but... Hey, I actually... Whatever. What? Did you not? Did not? There's no subtitles, so I can't tell what the hell they're saying. Rizzo was the collection drug that you know in update. It was an above average chemical waste management corporation. It's unremarkable they employ on a slurry stirring shift, leading to a little too far over a chemical vat, dropping a small purple berry that had been hidden in his jacket pocket. Instead of being immediately fired for his hazardous incompetence, An employee was given an ultimatum by a supervisor. Retrieve the fallen fruit and stay employed. The employee jumped into the vat, swam for a purple berry, and accidentally swallowed it. The rest is history. After he was pulled from the toxic waters, the stirrer stated that the chemical-coated purple berry hadn't been half bad before falling into the toxic coma, giving the supervisor the idea to sterilize and adjust the chemical mixture for human consumption. Soon, the sour, sweet-coated purple berries were more or less edible, becoming Rizzo's first mass-marketed product, the Purple Berry Bunch. Wow.
That's awful. I wonder if this poor fella had a family.
Well, mother and father at least. What the heck? My squad mates are not teleporting like the way they usually do. Huh! I'll pick a new save. Okay. Okay, so there are a bunch of things you can do. I'll take a few seconds every time as well as other things that are a little more involved. But of course, it's all entirely up to you. And as always, I thank you very much for watching.